Hey guys, so today we are going to explore the different various timeline that will be able to help you as a seller buy a new place and move one time. So I understand that, maybe you have started marketing your property, or maybe you heard some of the stories that many sellers actually move to their family's house first or rent somewhere while doing the renovation, the transaction for their new home before moving in. So if you don't want that hassle and you still want to be able to secure a good price for your property and still have that smooth timeline, then stay tuned for the rest of this video. So the first thing for HDB is that if you're buying a HDB to a HDB and you currently have a HDB outstanding loan, and for the new house, you're also intending to take a HDB loan, you can do something called the Contra. So the Contra facility is able to help you to have your sale and purchase completion on the same time. So assuming that your buyer for your sale unit is able to give you 3 months of extension, and assuming in the ideal world, your purchase unit, the seller doesn't require any extension, then you have a 3 months of renovation period. So that is usually quite comfortable and a luxury in the HDB market. If let's say the seller requires both 3 months as well, then obviously you still have to find a temporary accommodation until the renovation is done. But let's just assume that this is the ideal. But to use Contra, right, you need to be eligible for it, or rather the transaction, the parties involved needs to be eligible for it. So if let's say either parties in a transaction is using Contra facility, let's say your buyer that bought your house requires Contra facility, you cannot do Contra. But obviously you can negotiate with them and say, hey, please let me do the Contra. I got 3 keys, please give me a chance. You can do that. And likewise for the purchase, if the seller requires Contra, then you have to negotiate with them. Only one of you guys can do Contra. So that's the most important thing. Also, if you're doing Contra, very likely or confirm you're going to take a second HDB loan. So you need to know, very, very important, okay? A lot of people get in trouble for this, is that the cash proceed that's coming out. For example, 100,000 cash proceed, 50% of it will be right sizing the loan. Means you cannot take such a high loan for the new home. They'll take 50K of this 100,000 cash proceed to reduce the loan by 50,000. Then the remaining 50,000 you can keep it for renovation loan or COV or whatever it is. So that's the Contra facility that you have to take note of the eligibility. And obviously there is the bridging loan that you are able to use. There is a more complicated element to it. So feel free to reach out to me and I will explain to you how the bridging loan is. Essentially, bridging loan have a interest that is paid to the bank, right, while you're doing that renovation period and the transaction periods to make your transition smoother in terms of the logistics of it. If let's say the interest and comparing with the hassle of moving and renting somewhere, or that it makes sense to you, then maybe you can consider the bridging loan facility. So feel free to reach out to me, or if you got any topics about HDB, about property, feel free to put it in the comment and I will try to do a video series on it. If not, for a quicker solution, reach out to me and I'll be happy to assist you accordingly. Thank you for tuning in for this video and I'll see you for the next one.